this shove. And, I would even go back to the Deadspin article, that's all about them. So we know they ask for the moon and the stars. So I'm not sure that they would find a match. But, again, if I was on the phone with Chris Antonetti, I wouldn't, if you want to add a part, that's the kind of guy that I would be looking to add.
I got my name that goes with yours. I saw this somewhere. I said, man, that's not a bad one because it's what you said. Fits the Indians. This is a guy who would be with them for several seasons coming forward. Tommy Malone out of Oakland, left-hander. He's been okay this year, 6-3, sub-4 ERA, and they've got an abundance of starters there. They're looking for a middle infielder as Drupal Cabrera. So, I mean,
absolutely. I'll drive Asdrubal to the airport if they can get that deal done.
Well, they will probably need a better. It wouldn't just be Asdrubal, probably. Obviously, they need to put a decent little deal together there. But that's a guy that fits because, he's, what is it, 15, 16, that'd be 3 seasons beyond this one that he would be under team control. That is the kind of guy, like you mentioned, that they'd go after.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect example, and I think Oakland's the kind of team that I think that the Indians, could try to get a player like that they aren't using right now because they are in all-in mode. I mean, after the deal they made for Samardzija, they're another team like the Giants. Their chips are in the middle, and there's no going back. They're committed to trying to win the World Series this year and next year, and so I think that's a team that maybe the Indians could take a little bit of advantage of and maybe get a little bit of a better player back from because to use the Indians' own words, Oakland has created a window for themselves and it's not the biggest one. So, they got to get busy living or get busy dying.
Our small payroll, small market brethren, Oakland, hook a brother up. Do some business with the Indians here, man. Maybe they'll look kindly at our situation and go, yeah, we know how you feel, kid. Maybe not. But anyways, hey, tomorrow we'll find out. We are, 26 and a half hours from the trade deadline right now. So we'll find out and a lot of things stirring. As I said, my buddy talked to Curtis in the front office here this morning and said, lips are sealed, but buckle up. So buckle up for what it's worth coming from the Indians about the trade deadline.
I like it. And, no matter what you think about the Indians' move, if you go back over history, under Chris Antonetti, more times than not, they make a trade this week, Jerry. So, I mean, last year really, if you don't want to count the minor move of Mark Zepchinski, last year is really, the outlier, not the norm. So, I hope that there is a move, and I think that there will be. I think realistically, I think they know that, they're running uphill at this point, and I don't think that they're going to wave any white flags, but I think that they're going to try to do something to make this team better. And I think they should. I think they should. I think there should be a message to many of those veterans in there. They have a manager that stands by them to the nth degree. But if you're not going to get things done, we're going to make changes. And I think they're definitely entitled to do that.
And with what you just said, I think that helps minimally with the fan base as far as attending games down the stretch and in the future. I'm not going to say buying goodwill, but showing that when you're running uphill, you still take a shot at it. You may not go all in, but you don't go all out either. I think every little bit of that you show this fan base helps little by little rebuild what we've talked about.
Yeah, I agree.
Because it's not easy. It would be so easy to go, well, I don't blame the Indians for sitting tight and working towards next year. So even if you're out there being active and doing a little something, it shows the fans, hey, we went out. And I'm telling you, like you said, the right, you never know. The right deal, Lindor coming up at the same time, maybe a week from now. Things look totally different. Who knows? That's what the fun of the trade deadline is, Until it happens, you can see what may happen and you can look ahead,
I'm with you. Like I said, I think it's pitching and defense at this point that they've got to fix. And, regardless of whether they make a move or don't, I think that comes from, at this point, Corey Kluber and Trevor Bauer and Danny Salazar. I think Bauer and Salazar have to continue to grow up, and when those guys, really become front of the rotation starters, that's when this team's going to be a contender again. And if it happens next week, we're in business, and if it happens next year, that would be great too, I suppose.
Mike Brandenberry from DidTheTryWinLastNight.com, my man, with us as always here. We're going up to the trade deadline next week. When you and I talk, we will kind of have a better idea, maybe, for what the next few months has. Tonight, I don't care who's on the Indians roster. I don't care who's on Seattle's roster. I don't care what's happening in Berea. I don't care if LeBron runs naked down Euclid Avenue. Tonight, if you're a baseball fan in Cleveland and you've got the $12 to spare for your ticket or whatever it is, because I don't want to guilt people into buying tickets, Corey Kluber, King Felix, this may be the game you want to go check out, because from a pure baseball standpoint, that's going to be a hell of a game tonight.
I agree. It could be one of the best games of the year.
Absolutely, I'm with it. I can't wait to talk about it tomorrow. Can't wait to watch it tonight. Mike, enjoy the trade deadline. Enjoy the card. You're going to the big card show tomorrow, right?
I am. I'm going to the National Sports Card Exhibition out at the IX Center, and that's a place, if you're any kind of memorabilia aficionado or dork, depending on your choice of words. I probably play both cards of that at times, but if that's your thing, man, there is literally anything out there for you, and as far as the eye can see.
That's my thing too. I'll probably talk more about it tomorrow, but it's a lost art, lost hobby in today's society and today's kids. But I'm definitely into that stuff. I don't know. Now I just saw the other day, Topps has got like the digital cards, and now collecting stuff on your apps is the big deal. I'm like, no, it's not. Collecting cards on your app is not a big deal at all. I don't care what they tell you. That is not what it's all about, man. But anyway. Yeah,
sometime in the winter, if when you want to talk baseball, we can, if you're not worried about losing all your listeners, we can talk sports cards for a while, because I'm definitely in that ilk. Started collecting as a kid, and I can't say that I've always been a collector, but I am at times, and definitely am now. So I'm with you. I feel odd when I go into the baseball card shop, but I've learned over time that it's the adults that are still collecting. The kids have gone by the wayside, or the kids have become big kids.
Absolutely. I'm with you. Learned it from my dad. Grew up as a kid getting into that. It's totally different era now, and even with the memorabilia collecting, you can see the difference. My man, Mike Brandenberry from DidTheTribeWinLastNight.com. Of course, check out the website. Check him out on Twitter at DidTribeWin. Mike, enjoy the Indians series. Enjoy whatever happens at the trade deadline, your card show, and then we will talk next week, and we'll regroup and see where the Indians stand.
Sounds good, my man.
Thanks you very much, Mike. All right. Thanks for being here, you guys. My man, Mike Brandenberry. I think Dan Wismar may be out there somewhere. We are so off the tracks on today's show, but we're getting back to it. I'm going to look for Dan Wismar. I may even find him during the break. If I do, he'll be with us when we come back. We'll talk some Buckeyes. We'll talk about all the stuff that we've been talking about here today. Dan Wismar from the Cleveland Fan joins us. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back here on the Sports Fix. See that? There's a reason I'm playing Smooth Operator. The Indians at least got that right. I mean, we got the Smooth Operator going. Smooth Operator.
The Sports Fix, your choice for intelligent talk.
That was wonderful.
Bravo!
I loved that.
Oh, it was great.
Intelligent talk.
Well, it was pretty good.
Well, it wasn't bad.
Well, there were parts of it that weren't very good, though.
It could have been a lot better.
I didn't really like it.
These guys must be on the wrong station.
It was pretty terrible.
It was bad.
It was awful.
It was terrible.
Get him away!
Hey, boo!
Boo!
The Sports Fix.
Before we go to the break, guys, I want to talk to you just a second about our friends at GV Art and Design. Baseball's here once again. Cleveland, of course, excited, and GV Artwork teaming up with the Indians, and they're both going to knock it out of the park this season. And listen to some of the new designs they've got for Cleveland baseball fans everywhere. They've dug out an old classic, and they're bringing the heat with the new Wild Thing, Give 'em the Heater Ricky design. GV Artwork is teaming up with Cleveland fan favorite Michael Brantley and created a custom Dr. Smooth t-shirt. Plus, don't forget, they've got the Cleveland That I glove collection, new tribal and Cleveland That I love designs for women, and so much more. You can get GV Artwork designs on the website, gvartwork.com. And don't forget to use the sales code FIX10. That's FIX10, and you'll save 10% on your purchase. Or you can check out their new store in Lakewood on Detroit Avenue. Check them out in the Indians team shops and so much more. Cleveland That we all love, GV Art and Design. It's not just a shirt, it's a statement.
It's the Sports Fix. We'll be right back.
No football? Instead, the excitement never stops. Every day of the week brings a different set of food and amazing drink specials.
And now,
fans, Harry Buffalo North Olmsted is the home for every UFC pay-per-view live on the big screens.
let's get it all!
And let's not forget their mouth-watering trademark, the Bison Burger.
They sure are good.
Nobody does bison like Harry Buffalo. The perfect combination of healthy and delicious.
Hey there, eat up, y'all. You's as good church-going folk. Y'all deserve a little treat.
What are you waiting for? Get to Harry Buffalo, just outside Great Northern Mall today. Harry Buffalo. Join the herd. Sports Fix listeners, like us on Facebook today. Facebook.com/The Sports Fix.
I've been a pro wrestler my whole life, so championship belts have always kind of been a way of life to me. But did you know title belts are quickly becoming the fastest rising and the most popular new way for people to celebrate all kinds of things you never would have thought of before? We use it for our fantasy football league. It's a really cool conversation piece. Office pools, employee of the month, you name it. There's tons of different trophies that you used to buy plaques for. Well, I'm here to tell you about Pro-Am Championship belts, who have the highest quality championship belt with the lowest price. Replace those old trophies with stock belts on hand that they can customize for as low as $30. Any occasion, celebrations, awards, championships, fantasy leagues, gifts, plus wrestling, mixed martial arts, boxing. If you need championship belts, check them out. Pro-Am Championship Belts, ProAmBelts.com. Look them up on Facebook, Pro-Am Belts. Trust me, nothing says cool like doing the discount double check with a real championship belt. Just ask Aaron Rodgers. Now you too can have one thanks to Pro-Am Championship Belts.
Hey, you guys are rocking with Reggie Germany, former wide receiver of the Buffalo Bills and Ohio State Buckeye. You're rocking with the Sports Fix.
Welcome back to the Sports Fix, live on the Sports Fix Radio Network. I get the peanut gallery over here in the chat room. Always got something to say. It doesn't matter if it's the music I play. It doesn't matter. You guys got a problem? What, you want to come at me? Come at me, man. Come at me. Come at me in the chat room, guys. No, I was messing around with my man LG in the chat room about the music I was playing. Sometimes you type things and you don't mean it to come across as mean as it's like you look back at what you typed and you go, well, that wasn't exactly the way I meant that to come across. But anyways, my peanut gallery in the Mixler chat room always got something to say. I love it. My guys. Hey, I tell you guys all the time, if you're listening to the show on our website, thesportsfix.net, if you're listening directly on the website, or, well, obviously you know this if you're listening on Mixler, but if you're on the website, you can contribute in that chat room right there on the player. There's a little thing right at the bottom of it where you'll see, if you ever wondered what those comments that you see popping up are, that's the chat room that I'm talking about. So anyways, thank you guys for joining us. J-Rock, back at you. My man Dan Wismar, he's still there. I've had him waiting. I texted him. I'm like, we might be a few minutes behind schedule. 45 minutes later, here we go. But Dan Wismar from the Cleveland Fan going to join us. You guys can keep the conversation going on Facebook.com/The Sports Fix. Tweet with us at The Sports Fix, CLE, all one word. Email us, thesportsfix@AOL.com. And I'm going to go right back to the phones here. Let's see, how's my man Dan doing today? Dan, how you doing?
I'm doing great, J-Rock. Good to be back with you. Getting ready to head out on a little vacation here. So been a little bit busy with other things, but, you know me, I've always got an opinion on one thing or another.
Hey, I'm glad to have you here. Where are you heading, man? I mean, not that I'm, trying to stalk you or anything like that, but anything fun?
Well, don't let this